Heyo, Greg Branos here for the Coach Speak Index. I almost forgot the name of my company for a split second there. So we're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate, ripping a Best Ball Mania draft here this early afternoon on the West Coast. And I've got a very, very special guest with me today to help me out. He is the host of the Ringer Fantasy Football Show, Danny Heifetz. Welcome.
Thank you for having me, man. I appreciate it. This is fun.
Yeah, we're gonna draft a guaranteed $2 million winning team right here today. Easy peasy. Brad Beatson in the chat.
100% accurate. Anthony Richardson's going to be in this draft. I'm going to tell you right now, I've a few things to say here before we get going. One, if Anthony Richardson and we don't get him, if he gets sniped, I'm just going to rage quit. We just start from the top.
All right.
Can I say two things though at the top? This is important.
Mm-hmm.
I am unequivocally going to be the dumbest person who does this stream. I know you've had some very, very smart people doing these best ball drafts. I promise you I'm the dumbest. The people watching, my advice is probably the least worthy of taking of all these smart people. I think I know football. I think I know fantasy football. Best ball, I'm like an idiot. And I'm excited. Maybe that's a really bad intro. Having said that, number two, we're going to win. This is going to win. I feel it. I feel great about this. Probably because I don't know anything.
Yeah, it's the energy, right?
Yeah.
Say you'd rather be lucky than good. Well, I'd rather the universe be on our side than us be good at drafting. And I feel like the universe is on our side. Tell you what, to warm us up, to really get us in this football mindset, I'm going to spring something on you here real quick, Danny. Let's. I'm going to give you a QB play call, and then you repeat it back to me. All right.
Okay. That's good.
All right. Here we go. North right, clamp, South Fox, H top, pass 38, Top Gun, B, XP sweat.
I got North right, clamp, South Fox, HP sweat, and I lost half of it in the middle.
I'm looking at it right now, and you said it better than I could say. Looking at it, you pretty much nailed it. Did you ever play QB?
Yeah, I tried out in 8th grade, and they put me at center instead. So they did. That was the beginning and end of my quarterbacking career. Was modified football, middle school.
Well, you still got to touch the football on every play.
That's true. Yeah, I became the interior lineman who sucked at football, but I knew all the positions, so I was just the backup at every spot. So, but I wasn't exactly starting material, so to speak. So I played. It's more like I was there for the football games. Wouldn't say I played.
Yeah. It's like they have swing tackles, like the 6th offensive lineman. And you're just swing everything.
Yeah, I was the 6th man. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm just teaching everyone else the job. Yeah.
All right, let's get the draft here, folks. Best Ball Mania 6 draft on Underdog. And we're getting in right now. See how many people are waiting on us. Waiting on 9 people. Danny, if your co-hosts, Craig and Danny Kelly, were kidnapped and you could only save one of them, Batman style, who are you saving?
DK, he has a son. My first instinct was Craig because DK's older and he's lived a nice, fulfilling life, and he's probably ready to go at any time now. But so my first thought was Craig, but then DK has a son. Craig doesn't even have a pet. So unfortunately, I would probably let Craig die, and then DK would have to keep going and live. So
Craig, you got to pump out some progeny if you want to die.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that. Can you say that one more time?
Craig, you got to pump out some progeny.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, no, Craig does have to pump out some progeny. We've all been saying it. We've been telling him for years, where's the progeny, Craig? So yeah,
good. Get to work, my friend.
Who would you save if all 3 of us were kidnapped? Who would you save? You don't get to save me, actually, if the 2 of them.
Oh, the 2 of them?
Well, in the Ringer Fantasy Football Show. Shameless plug.
Well, Danny has a son, so
great logic.
Yeah. So that bloodline is already going to exist, so I'll have to save Craig.
That's a good. Yeah, he secured his legacy. That's a great call. Like he kind of won a ring already. Craig still. That's a. You know what? I didn't think of that. That's why this dynamic. We're gonna see like the whole perspective here. That's what we're gonna bring to this draft right now.
Yes, exactly.
I have questions for you. Unless do you have more for me here, or like what?
No, go ahead.
So you're doing this Coach Speak Index. It's a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thrilled that someone has brought this into the world. Who's your least favorite coach to watch the press conferences?
Mike McDaniel is a real. By the way, we have the number 1 overall pick. The influencer 101. Yes, sir. But before we get into this, who is it for you? Is it Jamar Chase?
I wish I could sit here and reinvent the wheel. We should probably take Jamar Chase, right?
Let's do it. I've got 13% so far. The average is 8%, right? For market. So nearing double market here on the number 1 picks. So very, very cool. Yeah.
You want to diversify? Who else would you take?
No, I think it's like a clear 1-0. Like some seasons it won't be super clear. You'll be deciding between different guys. This year, I feel with the pass rate that the Bengals have, obviously, with just like how fucking good Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow are, and with how bad that defense is probably going to be again, I think it's super easy. Jamar Chase. Also, they have a Week 17 game against the Cardinals. Yeah, it's pretty easy for me. Yeah, least favorite coach. As far as like watching press conferences, yeah, it's got to be Mike McDaniel. He's a certified yapper, and the ratio of actionable coach speak, like really good nuggets that I can grab and put into the Coach Speak Index Discord, like it's a very small ratio.
Well, I have to. This is your show, so maybe it doesn't make sense. I want to plug your Discord. Your Discord's great. The Discord's really helpful. And if people are watching and aren't in the Discord, it's if you want to be informed on what 30. Maybe that's just me, but if you want to be informed on what 32 different teams are saying, it's an excellent tool. I'm jealous of it. It's a great idea.
Thank you. Yeah, people get in there and they're like, "Holy shit! I can't believe I wasn't in here earlier."
It's excellent. You do a great job with it. But so McDaniel, are you, let's be honest, are you annoyed by him, or are you annoyed because professionally there's not much information, or are you annoyed at him?
It's all of it. I think first and foremost, I'm annoyed at him because he's like trying to be funny. He's that friend who's just like trying a little bit too hard to be funny.
Yeah.
And it just doesn't hit, man. It just doesn't hit. And he's just kind of annoying to listen to. Like, come on, man, you're enough with the stand up.
It's the ultimate shtick of like it's when you're winning, it's awesome. Wow, yes. He's being himself. How creative! What a cutting edge, avant-garde. What a great personality. The second you're losing, you're like different, bad, and it's just it's a tough line. It's a thin line to straddle for Mike McDaniel. I wanted to ask you one thing about Jamar Chase, but we're coming up on the clock. Kind of quick here.
Yeah, we probably got another minute.
I will just say the last thing I'll say about Jamar Chase, though, before we move on. I agree. I have nothing novel to say about him being the first pick. I will just say, pop quiz. Do you remember the last time that consensus number 1 pick was good? Like you would take them again? Because it actually has been quite a long time since the industry consensus number 1 guy was like, actually, you didn't regret taking him. It's like regret for really the last 7 of the last 8 years. You probably regret taking that guy, which isn't a point about Jamar Chase and more just, it's just interesting that we know less about this than we think.
Yeah. Well, when the thing is, people do like to say that, but then, okay, well, who's your nominee for who should be the like the number 2 doesn't always finish as the number 2. They rarely finish as the number 2. So, yeah, I mean, it's just very easy for. So
let's look at the list here. Okay, I gotta tell you, Well,
Mhm.
what are you thinking? What do you? Oh, okay, I was going to say if Bowers is there,
Bowers would have been slam dunk. We're on the clock now. I'd be cool with like Bucky Irving, Josh Jacobs, Trey McBride. Also for me, who do you want of those three, real quick?
Dude, I kind of want McBride.
McBride. All right, we're going McBride, and then for the second pick,
let's use all the time for McBride, and then can we scroll a little more? Who's down with the receiver?
Yeah,
I hate. Is Devontae there? I want McBride and Devontae.
Devontae Adams.
Yeah, I do.
All right, let's do it.
Like strongly. You're
not worried about Matthew Stafford's back being broken by Bane?
Of course I am, but how many people do we have to beat here? It terrifies me.
Beat 11 other people in this pod here.
Like I mean, I wish that Matthew Stafford wasn't getting an epidural, which is what you get when you're like delivering a baby. I would prefer that, but I also think look, Matthew Stafford's
get a baby.
What'd you say?
You said you would prefer that he is having a baby.
Well, I mean, maybe he's having kids. I don't know. No, he's getting an epidural. Did you see that? He's getting an epidural in his back. Oh, that was good. I see what you did there. I definitely would prefer that Matthew Stafford didn't break his back like 7 years ago. I think I lean toward, and maybe it's August 6th. Maybe I look very stupid for thinking Matthew Stafford will be healthy when he literally maybe can't walk. But I lean toward Matthew Stafford's going to play. I really do. And I think he's going to eke out all these games. And if Matthew Stafford is able to be healthy on game days, I just think that the Puka Nacua Devontae thing, it is crazy to think about like how much better Devontae Adams is better than what Cooper Kupp was last year and what McVay is going to be able to do with it. Like, I think that's going to be like a special offense, and we'll see. If Stafford gets hurt, the whole thing's screwed. But and then McBride. I just doing these things. It's like, you know what I don't want to do? I don't want 20 minutes from you got to think about like, oh, do we take Evan Ingram here? I'm like, just give me Trey McBride. I don't even like Marvin Harrison there. Like, I just give me Trey McBride at tight end. Like, I just that is just like a quality of life thing. It's like you get older and suddenly, there's stages in life. Like, you maybe you want to stop going to a laundromat, or you stop, maybe you advance in some things. And like, I'm just given the choice. I don't want to be talking myself into Dallas Goedert in 20 minutes. That's all.
Yeah, they've said their offensive coordinator, Drew Petzing, has talked about how Trey McBride is the focal point of that offense. And I think if Marvin Harrison Jr. takes this year 2 leap, he's put on a lot of muscle here, and they've been talking about.
I hate the muscle. I don't like the muscle. I don't like that Marvin Harrison Jr. got his arms big. It's like you're a wide receiver. Your legs should be big. It's like, you don't need your biceps to catch. I just think that's like, I know it's stupid. I'm playing armchair psychology. Doesn't it concern you that an NFL wide receiver was very publicly humiliated and then was like, I'm going to get swole? Like, that's a bad reaction.
Well, Why
are your arms big? You don't need your arms to be big.
Well, they talked about that helping him like run through tackles. Like, it'll help out his yak, and it'll help him with contested catches, being more physical on those. I don't think he was bad last year. I think he was just bad for where we took him at the 1-2 turn. Like, he still had a pretty good year for a rookie wide receiver. It was just like, it wasn't better than Malik Neighbors. It wasn't better than Brian Thomas Jr. And that's why we view him so negatively, because we didn't see this gigantic year of 1,400 yards that we felt might be possible.
My take once again on Marvin Harrison was, if he was named anything else, Fred Harrison, the son of Marvin Harrison, we would have been like, well, obviously Malik Neighbors is better. If Jaden Daniels is on this clock, I think we have to. I would like Jaden Daniels.
I can't imagine that he'll make it to us. If he does, I'll do a backflip.
Okay, so he's gone. So who do you want? There's Cook. So can you click on running back for a second?
He's not gone yet. We're 1 pick away. All right, he's gone. Running back is James Cook, Kenneth Walker, Chuba Hubbard, Alvin Kamara.
Guys, I could talk me into Ken Walker. Who are the receivers?
Receivers are Cortland Sutton, Devontae Smith, Jalen Waddle, Calvin Ridley, Travis Hunter.
You want to just say Ken Walker and think on the receiver? Where's the clock? I don't even know what I'm doing.
Yep. We just took Ken Walker. We got 17 seconds to take a receiver here. We can take a running back if you want.
My body. Screw it. You want to? Should we? Smith or Ridley? What do you think? Let's just
Smith. Yeah, let's take Devontae Smith. I only have 4% right now.
Yeah, that one I don't feel great about. That's actually an interesting part of the draft. I think it's so flat at that point. Like, I'm really biased. I love Travis Hunter, and like maybe if it was a team I'm rooting for all season, I'll do Travis Hunter. I acknowledge that he's literally going to play defense too. Maybe that's silly. The Devontae Smith thing, I think right there. I guess I do. It's weird because I guess what in poker they would call it having a lot of outs. Like, it's true. Like, if AJ Brown's hurt, then he's going to get a ton of targets. If Dallas Goedert's hurt, he's going to get a ton of targets. I feel a little weird that the 5th pick is like, well, if someone gets hurt, then he'll be great. And I'm like, okay. And so if he doesn't, we're just planning on the Eagles throwing 100 more passes and Devontae Smith catching like 17 of them. Like, that upsets me a little bit with the 5th pick. But I feel the way about all those guys. Like, maybe Cortland Sutton's a smarter pick there, but I don't know. I mean,
I do like Devontae Smith more for a best ball format like this as opposed to redraft, because it does kind of ping pong around a little bit, especially when it comes to like Devontae Smith and Dallas Goedert. Like AJ Brown's a little more consistent in that aspect, but and this happens every season where Devontae Smith will have, no catches on one target in a game, and then the beat writers will ask Nick Sirianni about it, and he does his like squeaky wheel thing. Like, if you go back, and I've tracked this, if you go back and there are circumstances with like when DeAndre Swift was there and he got hardly any work in a game. Same thing with Dallas Goedert. Same thing with Devontae Smith. And Sirianni's like, yeah, this happens. Okay, I said Sirianni, and now Siri's going crazy.
No way. Siri, what did Siri think about the Devontae Smith pick? You know what it is? That's Siri being a squeaky wheel.
Yeah. But they have a real squeaky wheel thing there in Philly when a guy goes a game without a catch or like a couple games with down production, like they get the ball to that player, and you'll see like schemed up stuff right off the bat.
Yeah,
in that game. And Devontae Smith,
problem is Devontae Smith doesn't read the AJ Brown book.
That's right.
He's got the book. Devontae Smith doesn't have a book.
He's more about outer excellence. He'll
Pearsall went. I like Ricky Pearsall this year. That's an example of a guy where I would have loved to. I know we're out of range for him, but I would have loved Ricky Pearsall falling. Who's this range right now? I feel like there's a wider range of guys I would look at.
This actually would have been kind of Ricky Pearsall range, right around like the 70s or so, where we're going to be picking.
Can I peruse the list coming up here? I want to brainstorm with you. Okay. But no, I don't want Burrow. I mean,
I think if Burrow makes it back, we probably back with Chase, but I don't think he will. He usually goes to like the T. Higgins guy, like right in front of us.
Yeah.
DeAndre
Burrow if he's there, but he won't be. And then can I just see my brain? I just like to look at
the sure. Yeah. DeAndre Swift, David Montgomery, Isaiah Pacheco.
I hate mixing there. Pacheco's the guy I would look at. Receiver.
Receiver.
I'm out on the Bears. I don't want Montgomery. I hate these guys too.
Judy, Matthew Golden. If I can interest you in some Matthew Golden.
I like Matthew Golden. I'm way higher on him than everyone else. I think I've realized that I'm higher on Matthew Golden in general.
All right, we can get Burrow here, which is awesome.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And then, so for the after that, we could do DeAndre Swift. We could do Matthew Golden.
I've decided I don't want the Bears. I think Burrow and Golden, because this is the receivers get ugly after this, and then we just hammer running back thing.
Yep. All right.
I think we can find running. Yeah, let's do Burrow and Golden, and I can talk about whatever you want. But
we'll just to recap the start here: quarterback Joe Burrow, running back Kenneth Walker, wide receiver Jamar Chase, Devontae Adams, Devontae Smith, Matthew Golden, tight end Trey McBride. Danny, this is a great start. See,
Burrow there.
You came in, you lowered the bar, saying, I'm a dummy. I don't know how to draft best ball, and then you come in like a fucking shark and just gobbling up this delicious chum.
There's a line in Pulp Fiction that hasn't aged well, but I'm thinking of it now, and I'll paraphrase it as saying, "Let's not count our chickens before they hatch." Matthew Golden, thank you for your support. Thank you, Matthew Golden. Thank you, Chuck Norris.
I would say do count your chickens before they hatch, because then you'll know exactly how many chickens you're going to have, and you can go ahead and prepare.
That's a good take. Yeah, you're right. I've never raised chickens. Maybe they all hatch. I don't know. My quick take with Matthew Golden. I think that, I don't know, every now and then I just have feelings that I can't discern between just pure contrarianism from like the established market versus like an actual insight. And I think Matthew Golden is something that might be pure contrarianism, but I think is an actual insight. But I also might be super wrong, which is everyone is basically looking at this Packers situation and saying, well, Matthew Golden, I think there's two overlapping blind spots that Matthew Golden is not being treated as highly as he should. I think one of them is his yards per route run and stuff isn't like super high in college, and the way, and I would say in short, all the models people use to apply target share and yards per route run to the NFL from rookies, I don't think it's very well translated from the transfer portal era. And like we are in a new world. Like he was at Houston and then he went to Texas, and his yards per route run was, if you take out the first half of the season, it went from like 0.18 to 0.24 or something. Like it's just, he looked better. I don't know. The other part of it is just the assumption that the Packers are going to rotate all these receivers. And like, well, Matt LaFleur has always rotated. Matthew Golden's going to rotate. I'm like, if Matt LaFleur was happy with the receiver rotation, he wouldn't have had the Packers draft a receiver from the first round for the first time in 20 years. Clearly, Matt LaFleur's upset about something, in my opinion. Now, maybe he was just number one on their board, but I'm like, I don't think, and maybe I'm wrong, I don't think the Packers drafted a receiver in the first round if they don't think he can play in two receiver sets. Maybe he won't, but that just doesn't sound right. Like I just think you take a receiver in the first round to play in two receiver sets, and everyone's just assuming he won't. And I'm like, I just think he will. So that's my 2 cents. And I just think, I don't have to explain, anyone watching this is probably smart, but like rookie receivers, everything with that, I'm like, it's just good value. I just think everyone's wrong about him. That's all.
Yeah, if I can't remember exactly the quote. I know it was before the NFL draft that Green Bay Packers general manager Brian Gutekunst was talking about like the things that they're kind of focusing on for this upcoming season, and one of them was on offense, of like they need a dude on third down who has reliable hands, who can, go across the middle, or like these little outbreakers and pick up like a 6-7 yard first down, somebody that they can like truly trust. And draft capital says that's Matthew Golden. All right, it's we're on the clock now.
Interesting.
Kyler Murray, if we would just want to call it a day here.
Go to running back.
Running back Brian Robinson Jr.
How
much
time do we got?
Real quick, we have 20 seconds to make a pick here. Brian Robinson Jr., Travis Etienne, J.K. Dobbins, Cam Scattaboo.
Screw it. Give me Etienne.
Etienne. All right.
Yeah.
I want Etienne here.
This is just game theory. I don't think that's a great pick, but you know why? On the off chance Etienne is actually just the starting running back for the Jaguars, I just think that he could be grossly mispriced. I actually think he's probably the guy, but at that point, I don't love any of those guys. I think Etienne actually probably has the highest ceiling there. I don't love it. I kind of wish, But who are the receivers up right now?
It's no longer our pick. We ended up getting Kyler Murray with that.
Oh, we timed out to Kyler. Oh, yeah. Got it. Okay.
Yeah. But it's because
the universe is in our favor.
Yeah. No sweat. We're on autopilot here. Okay. The universe.
Well, I was yapping about Matthew Golden.
Maybe like a 2-7-7-2 structure here. We'll be fine with these two quarterbacks and then with Trey McBride, we only need to get one more tight end.
I want Richardson anyway. I want Richardson anyway.
Okay. All right.
I don't care. I'm not leaving the stream without Anthony Richardson. I don't care if he's got to go next. We're not doing it. My Anthony Richardson 2 cents for anyone listening that doesn't know what I'm talking about is I think Anthony Richardson's the easiest buy low in the history of fantasy football. He's functionally speaking free, and everything that anyone said about his upside last year remains true. He's going behind Dalton Schultz. So, anyway.
Do you think there's a difference in the amount of games that Steichen and Ballard have to win with Daniel Jones than they do with Anthony Richardson in order to keep their jobs?
Yeah, if Anthony Richardson looks good, like they can keep the jobs. I don't care if the Colts win 5 games. If Anthony Richardson looks awesome, like looks like a quarterback, they're not going to fire like or Chris Ballard. Their job. I think that there's a total misconception with this whole thing of the signing Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones sucks, and I'm a Giants fan. I listen to what people say. No one, while Daniel Jones was playing football, was like, Daniel Jones, pretty good. Only when Daniel Jones was fired and then on a bench was anyone like, oh, he could play. The Colts are not going to save their jobs by winning 7 games with Daniel Jones and Anthony Richardson being a failure. They save their jobs with Anthony Richardson being good. Like that, like he's going to get the chance. With that said, let's not time out again. Who's up right now? Running backs, receivers?
Yeah. All right.
Let's just. Oh, okay. If he's there, I guess it's frowned upon to handcuff best ball, right? We got Ken Walker, we can't be cowards.
Yeah.
In that case, I would say Tajay Spears or Scadabo. I wish Scadabo did the hamstring. I feel like the way ADP goes, it's Dwayne McFarland's done a great job at Danny's Life talking about how the Titans backfield, I think, is. Oh, if he was gone, was talking. So,
yeah. Who's the next pick that you would want here? We're going to get Spears.
And then this is where the strategy I got to lean on you. Is it a mistake to not go receiver to go running back here? Is that tactically a mistake?
It's not a mistake. No, we can go running back.
How many seconds do we have?
We have 18 seconds.
Oh no! Did we take Tajay just there?
We did. Yep.
Okay. Show me receivers real quick, and if not,
Trey Harris, Marvin Mims.
No, it's good. I want running back. Give me running back.
Yeah.
Give me
quick
Ramondre.
Yeah. Let's do it. All we need for Ramondre.
No, we missed it. I'm so sorry. I didn't. Who'd we get?
Ramondre.
Oh, okay, good. Oh, I thought you pick.
Yeah, no. No, I was saying all they need to do is do that like Friday Night Lights tape around the hand and football thing that Tim McGraw does, and he'll be good.
Yeah, that's probably not the sexiest pick either. But I've also come around on thinking Trevion Henderson is going to play, but also Ramondre is just people act like he's 31. Like he's 26.
Yeah,
27.
And Vrabel has said that he's going to get a lot of work. Like he's going to be a big part of what we do.
I need Ramondre to not fumble, but basically, if you are the Patriots are obviously this like uber sexy pick to go from worst to first in the division. Mm-hmm. Well, maybe not first, but worst to playoffs. And if they do, and Ramondre playing, I'm a big believer Trevion Henderson has everything you need as a rookie running back to actually take work. I'm very skeptical of rookie running backs playing early, unless you're Gentry or Marion Hampton. I think people way over it. I don't think people have any idea how hard it is to play rookie running backs. I could talk about that if you want. Trevion Henderson has the skill set, but I'm like, yeah, Ramondre is just going to start certain games. He's just going to start. So I'm, cheap, easy. And I think Spears is like way closer to B than a 2, and he's deeply mispriced. Again, shout out this Dwayne McFarland convinced me of that. But I think Spears is a really good value there. And makes up for ATM's probably a bad time.
The Titans staff has talked about, they talked about it last year with Tony Pollard and Tajay Spears, 1A, 1B. They've talked about it this year. Last year, Spears got banged up, quite a bit. Also, Tony Pollard. While they said the 1A, 1B thing, Brian Callahan also said, like, at the same time, we're going to ride the hot hand as well. And Tony Pollard was running really well, but they ran him so much last year that he wasn't even able to practice during the week, over that second half of the season. And then when Tajay Spears was healthy and got in there, he looked really good. Like he's a really exciting young player. I don't think his dynasty value is great. Because
arthritis in his knee, no, it's not great. But
right.
So let's see. So tell me the game within the game here. How many receivers do we have, and how many do we need to end up with?
Sure. Yeah. We'll recap the team real quick right here. Joe Burrow, Kyler Murray at QB, at running back, Kenneth Walker, Travis Etienne, Tajay Spears, Ramondre Stevenson, wide receiver Jamar Chase, Devontae Adams, Devontae Smith, Matthew Golden.
We need to hit the receiver.
We can hit receiver here.
Not necessarily. We can see who's on the board, obviously, but also can't forget to get Anthony Richardson. So who are the receivers up in this range?
Receivers here, we're looking at Kyle Williams, Quentin Johnston, Josh Palmer is becoming a sexy pick. Cedric Tillman, Xavier Legette, I think is pretty good value down here. Romeo Dobbs. pretty attractive.
Yeah, probably Leggett, even though that's kind of gross, but probably Leggett, unfortunately. Then who are the running backs? And we probably tapped out on running back.
Running backs, Trey. All right, Najee Harris, Rashad White.
Yeah, this is a good range of running back. We probably could have gone receiver last time, but it say La Vie. I think. Oh, we're up right now. Let's take Leggett, I think.
Yeah, and then for the second pick,
should we do Josh? Should we? No. They just took Keenan Allen. You know what? Screw it. It's best ball. Oh, it's valid. Just take Rendo. Screw it. Just
he's hurt, right?
I know the shoulder. I know. I guess with 80. No, do it anyway.
Do it. All right, let's do it.
I don't care because it's because the idea that if McCaffrey is going to get hurt, I guess with Rendo, I don't care that his shoulder's hurt because in this format, if McCaffrey's missing time in December, I don't think Rendo's shoulder has anything. Yeah. I think it's basic. It'll be a few weeks. He'll be back by week 1 probably, but for this format, I don't really care. That to me is just part of me is I don't want to go and take Demario Douglas because of a receiver build, and then I just didn't take Isaac Rendo there. I feel like I just got to take the L in the running backs we took earlier. So now I think we can throw darts at receivers. I do think there are receivers down. Is it Pete Overzet who's scroll the F down? I think receiver now we got to scroll the F down and hit the star a couple of times, and then of course get Anthony Richardson.
Do you have any favorite scroll down guys? We'll take a look here.
Woody Marks. There's no chance he's priced correctly. I wish in retrospect I had not cowarded my way out with ETN and that range running backs and stuck to my guns of values at Woody Marks and stuff later. I think that's that's my mistake on the lights get bright. That's the one I take back. But yeah, there's definitely other guys that I kind of think.
Well, I think they're Travis Etienne, and there's maybe a bit of a floor there if he is a guy that's just kind of involved in the screen passing game and that kind of stuff that they've been talking about. But I think there is some value of if any running back were to get traded, during this offseason, it feels like Travis Etienne could be a pretty live.
The Texans. I don't know what the Texans are going to do. I don't think Joe Mixon is going to have much of a year. But then you got Damian Pierce coming off PUP and Woody Marks, and it's I could say August 6th and say Woody Marks will be the running back in Houston. But I'm he's a 4th rounder at a USC. I don't know. So I don't know if Etienne would necessarily work in Houston. I was wondering if Blake Corum would get traded just because I don't have any information. Just Nick Kelly, the offensive coordinator in Houston, came from the Rams, and I'm sign Kyron Williams an extension. Maybe Blake Corum ends up in Houston because I can't even pretend that Nick Chubb is. I mean, your job as head coach is to pretend sometimes. He can't pretend Nick Chubb. It looks like his own version of himself. So anyway, all right, let me see the receivers here. I think we're going to fall behind. That was my one goal. My blind spot is a redraft. Oh, Pat Bryant, please. Oh, Quentin Johnson, Pat Bryant. Are these guys all still here? What are we talking about? We planned this perfectly.
Yeah. So Quentin Johnston, Pop Douglas, Pat Bryant would
Thielen's fine. Thielen's, we're all, there's nothing wrong being 35, 34. Dante Thornton, no, I'm sorry. There's certain best ball things I can't get into, including Dante Thornton. I can't bring myself to be well, he'll have. No, I'm sorry. Certain things I won't do. We also can't ignore. Oh, Jerome. God, I really screwed up the running back.
No, all good. All good. Eckler.
The point of this is to inform people. I think Jerome Ford, all these guys running backs are just as good as the people who took at 90.
Eckler could be another good running back 6 to take as well.
Should we just break the build and just have a bunch of running backs and just do this completely wrong?
Who do you want here as far as receiver?
Are we up right now?
Yeah.
Who are the receivers?
Quentin Johnson, Pat Bryant, Adam Thielen.
Is it crazy that I want Thielen? Is that insane?
That's pretty insane, but I'll allow it if you want it.
Well, what do you think? You want to do Quentin Johnson instead of Pat Bryant? I mean, Pat Bryant.
Let's do let's do QJ. He's falling because of the Keenan Allen stuff here, and Greg Roman are saying about Quentin Johnston, and they can't shut up about the guy. Harbaugh talking, and they pump up a lot of their guys, right? They talk about Jalen Reagor. he's looking good. We really like Jalen Reagor. But when you have that where, okay, everyone is getting praise, what you do now is you don't just automatically brush off every bit of praise that they all get. You look at like, well, how are they talking about this guy relative to how they're talking about player B? And what they're saying about Quentin Johnston is Jim Harbaugh saying like he's elite. Like they think this guy's elite. And I said last year, when they came in and Joe Ortiz, their general manager, was talking about how much he liked Quentin Johnston when he was with the Ravens, and they were looking at him, and then Harbaugh was talking about him. I was like, man, I think that like really big game that Quentin Johnston had for TCU against Jim Harbaugh's Michigan team in the college football playoffs, like really kind of scarred him a little bit and left a big impact. And like this is the guy who Jim Harbaugh thinks Quentin Johnston is like this world destroyer, or this guy that destroyed his world at least. And that's kind of the way that they talk about him. And they're saying like they think he's like getting even better now. I don't love that they're talking about him playing at X, because I don't think that's his best position. I think he'd be much better as like a flanker who they're giving manufactured touches to. Like he's very good with the ball in his hands, but that's the problem. You have to get the ball into his hands. That's a little bit tougher down the field. He's not good at the contested catch stuff. So kind of wish it was more like, he's a flanker and like Trey Harris or whoever. But if they think he's the best guy for X and he's going to be on the field a lot, then okay, cool. We'll take him in the 160s here. I'm good with that.
I think that's a good pick. I think that that was the right pick there. I have one problem though. Speaking of destroying worlds, is we didn't get Anthony Richardson.
Well, he is.
So we have to start over. No, you got to start over. That's all right.
Numi, throw it out. Where did he go here?
He went. We took Rando. It was our fault. Should have reached for my guy.
I mean, that's a pretty big reach there. That's like a.
All right, but that's. We got a peep tight end.
Yeah. Yes. Mason Taylor, Mike Gesicki, Juwan. Oh, sorry, that's my ranks. Mason Taylor, Elijah Arroyo. I think Jatavian Sanders.
Jatavian Sanders could be. Yeah, I think he's just the starting tight end for the Panthers.
If we don't get stream sniped here, and then
we don't need the quarterback then because we have Kyler and Burrow.
Right.
So many.
So then we'll be looking at a tight end and then a running back and wide receiver. And any of these guys here, more like ship it because he's going to win.
Yeah, and who's the receivers left? Right? Oh yeah, let's take Shipley. Screw it.
Yeah. You want Shipley and Jatavian Sanders?
Let's do Shipley. Let me just look at the receivers. We'll take Shipley. We're at. We get Shipley. Auto draft. Oh, that's fine. I am a disaster.
No, that's on me. That's my fingers being slow. But we got Shipley here.
That's fine. Again, it's really simple. I think Shipley has, like, showed in college he actually could take a workload. AJ Dillon, the obvious one might just be AJ Dillon. But like, he had injuries last year. I think AJ Dillon, we just don't know what phase of his career he's in. Shipley, I think, has a little more juice probably. And again, Saquon, I love Saquon. I'm a Giants fan. Like, Saquon's one of my favorite players ever. But the history of guys with that many second most touches in the 21st century, if he gets hurt, then we just got the Eagles running back. Maybe in the, what round was that? 17?
17th. I think it's so clear that Will Shipley is running back 2 there. They let Kenneth Gainwell go, who they were really big fans of. I think that shows the confidence that they have in Will Shipley. You have Beats now saying like, hey, yeah, Will Shipley clear RB2. AJ Dillon wasn't great before the neck injury that sidelined him for all of last season. I mean, when has an older running back who is like not that good anymore coming off of a neck injury ever.
The thing about a neck injury is a neck injury is a spine injury, and you play football. And I don't know what the history of guys with spine injuries at running back like going on and having like bountiful careers. You know what I mean? That's the unfortunate truth. Zach Moss, Zach Moss broke his neck in 3 places last season, got cut, and I feel included. Everyone just reduces him to some arbitrage and Chase Brown, but I'm like, football's brutal. It's I feel bad for AJ Dillon, but yeah, I think Shipley there's kind of insane actually that I don't know why he goes so late. Like if basically put it this way, if Saquon's not the first pick, then Will Shipley shouldn't be a 17th round. One of those just feels wrong. You know what I mean? So all right, so what are we?
This is probably going to be a receiver. We'll look at our team here real quick. Joe Burrow, Kyler Murray, Kenneth Walker, Travis Etienne, Tyjae Spears, Jerry Stevenson, Isaac Guerrero, Austin Eckler, Will Shipley. At receiver, Jamar Chase, Devontae Adams, Devontae Smith, Matthew Golden, Xavier Leggett, Quentin Johnston. Darius Slayton is available right now.
Slayton would be a really good value here. If he goes, which I feel like he probably will. You know,
if he goes, I have a sneaky one.
Okay. I was going to say, who's your sneaky one?
Turpin?
Who's your sneaky guy?
Why? Oh, he just went off. Torrey Horton.
Oh, yep. I like Torrey Horton too. Well, Horton, Slayton.
Well, Horton's gone now. So,
okay.
Yeah.
If Slayton falls to us, we should take Darius Slayton. He should not be there.
Definitely.
Slayton's just like a starter for the New York Giants, getting $12 million a year, and the entire defensive coverage is just don't let Malik Neighbors get the ball.
Slayton's gone.
God, that sucks.
Elick,
stupid game.
Kavontae Turpin.
I'm just thinking about like who's just gonna have who do I know will have 30 points one week, and Turpin is on that list. The other person, no, that's dumb.
Let's hear it.
It's so funny to go between wish casting versus Turpin because it's I think the Cowboys lead the league in pass attempts this year, and he's like just so crazy explosive. I think he's the number 3 receiver on the team. It's a little bit of a reach, but what?
Let's do it. Let's do it. Kavontae Turpin.
Oh yeah, we picked it. It was the only other guy I was going to say is Tesla, but I'm like, he played 1 preseason game. No, let's do. I like that. I think that's an appropriately crazy swing.
Yeah, I like it a lot. They've been so last year when Brian Schottenheimer was the offensive coordinator, but not the play caller. He was saying, God, Kavontae Turpin is so great with the ball in his hands. Sure would be nice if we could find other ways besides, like punt returns to get the ball in his hands. And then this year in training camp, he's getting work out of the backfield. They're Brian Schottenheimer, their coach now, who will also be the play caller, is talking about how, when he initially came in, we couldn't like move him around to different spots. We can do that now. Like he's so good at knowing everything about the offense, and he's so explosive. Yesterday, he said, I think he's going to have a fabulous year. So, yeah, it's a guy who you're not putting in your lineup in redraft on a weekly basis. He's somebody that you're maybe like playing in DFS in a certain week, or in best ball where, okay, I'll take him in the last round, and he's going to give me 2 usable weeks this year, and maybe one of them comes in the fantasy playoffs, right? Week 15, 16, or 17 and helps me advance. But we saw last year on that, I can't remember what game it was, but on that slant, right, where he's just like in the slot, they hit him on a slant, and he's just gone to the house. So if he's getting a handful of opportunities every game this year, yeah, he could absolutely be a guy that breaks a game open. Let's recap our team here. The
dumbest best ball draft you'll do all year. There you go. The worst team.
No, Danny, just by myself, I've drafted like an all rookie running back room. Not something that I set out intending to do, but it just kind of like fell that way. I got some pretty
projected for 2,700th place. Is that good?
It's better than 2,800.
There you go. So if we win, how are we splitting the money?
Split it down the middle, like that King Solomon baby.
Nice. So what are you going to do with your money when we win? How much do we win?
$2 million. So we'll get $1 million each, and
extra taxes because we recorded it. So it's
right. So then 500,000 is left. Probably Criterion closet. That's number one.
What movies you pulling from the Criterion closet?
I'm getting the entire Criterion closet.
You just buying the whole thing?
Everyone. Yeah.
That's a great answer. I actually wish that I had an answer as good as that. That's phenomenal.
What would you do?
$500,000. I don't know. Give me a house in Richmond, Virginia. I don't even know. I'm trying to think. Can you get a boat with $500,000?
Yeah, you can get like a little dinghy. You can get one of those like big square floating.
Yeah, exactly.
Docks.
Maybe I'll buy a slip. I'll buy like a slip. Like I'll buy a slip on a dock, and then like I'll have to win another one of these, and I'll get a boat.
Yeah,
I'll lay the groundwork.
Should get like a steamboat.
A steamboat.
Yeah.
You know what I never thought about the steamboat is that the water that you're going to boil is that how you do it? Do you boil it?
I don't know. Don't.
The water's in the river, which you never thought about. That's really efficient. But where's the fire? Where's the steam coming from? Is there coal on the boat?
Yeah. Can you imagine somebody like on a highway, just a steamboat attached to their trailer?
Because like coal is cheap. Like now I'm thinking about it, we should bring steamboats back.
Yeah, I mean, you go out 4th of July to the lake. Yeah. Everybody's on fucking jet skis and little speedboats, bro. We got our steamboat out there,
dude.
Everyone's. It's like when you see a classic car out on the road that you just like you've never seen this before out in real life.
Just this little Cadillac from the 50s, and you're like, man, that's awesome. I'm just out here with the steamboat.
That's what steamboats are.
On the water.
Packs of boats.
That's all right. Well, when we win, I'm going to get a steamboat.
Yeah.
How much does steamboat cost?
Should we look it up on eBay real quick? Let me look.
Steamboat. Oh no, that was 1841. Oh, that's a lot of 35 grand in 1841. Steamboat costs today. Actually, I'm just gonna Google buy steamboat. The place is coming up. Like houses in steamboat. I don't think we can do that.
Oh yeah,
buy steamboat, actual boat.
Jeez, early 19th century prices are 20,000 to
that's a lot.
71,000.
Oh,
that is a lot of money.
Oh, for sale.
I don't know if 500 grand could get us a steamboat.
Dude, I think we're priced out of the steamboats.
Jeez.
Oh, King of Mississippi River steamboat. Oh, it's a model, but the model steamboat's $600. And it's like this big. I don't think
we can just buy the model and we have somebody build it off of the model, right?
That'll be cheaper. That's a good idea.
Have you ever seen the movie Fitzcarraldo?
I've never even heard of the movie Fitzcarraldo. Is that a name for a person, Fitzcarraldo?
Holy shit, Danny, you got to watch Fitzcarraldo.
What?
It stars Klaus Kinski.
You're picking this up.
No,
it's a receiver on the Raiders.
It's directed by Werner Herzog.
Oh, okay. Now I feel bad.
Yeah, and
now I feel like a dick.
It is, dude. It's incredible. I think it's in the Criterion collection, which means that this movie will be in my closet at the end of Best Ball Mania 6 here. But it's this film about a guy who loves the opera.
Okay,
and he is intent on building an opera house in the middle of the Amazon forest. And he like has to get there on this big boat. I think it might be a steamboat. And there's scenes where he's playing opera music like out on the deck of this giant boat, and you know the rapids and waters are like swirling him about, and has to employ all these people to the land. It's just like impossible to build anything there. He's like, I will build an opera house in the middle of the Amazon. It's a great film.
Seems like is it a metaphor for trying to uphold the arts amidst the jungle, or is it just about how boats are sick?
It's definitely worth watching.
Okay,
let me just recap.
I always wanted to watch Grizzly Man. Werner Herzog made Grizzly Man, right?
Yeah.
It's not the same.
I don't want to spoil it for you.
He dies.
You haven't seen it. Yeah, he dies.
It's the only thing I know. That's the only. I think that's like the log line, you know. Spoiler. I'm so sorry if anyone in the YouTube comments didn't know, but yeah.
The tagline for Grizzly Man is just "He gone."
Damn, Nature, you scary. That's like the opposite of the record scratch freeze frame. You'll never guess how I got here. It's like you can super guess what happened here.
Yeah,
I lived among bears. It went super poorly.
Here's the thing: when you go out and you make a documentary about grizzly bears, you don't want to slather yourself in honey. Okay.
Did you see Happy Gilmore too?
Yeah, I did. Yeah,
it's a Kelsey. Spoiling movies left and right. Travis Kelce's not covered in honey at any point. In Happy Gilmore too.
Mm-hmm. Sixth Sense. He's they're all dead. He's seeing ghosts. Quarterback Joe Burrow, Kyler Murray. Running back Kenneth Walker, Travis Etienne Jr., Tyjae Spears, Ramondre Stevenson, Isaac Guerrero, Austin Eckler, Will Shipley. Wide receiver Jamar Chase, Devontae Adams, Devontae Smith, Matthew Golden, Xavier Lee Gett, Quentin Johnston. We did also get Kavonte Turbin, has not shown up yet. Tight end Trey McBride, Jatavian Sanders. How you feeling about this here team, Danny?
This team sucks, but I have good news. Every time I've ever left a draft and thought my team sucked, I won the league. And every time I've ever thought I crushed my draft, I lost the league. I've never been like I crushed my draft and won. I've only crushed my draft when I'm like, ugh, horrific job. And I think I don't think it's my best. And so I actually think we're going to win.
Yeah. Guaranteed to win. In fact, here we go.
I think we're good. Yeah, just name the winning team. Name it like Heifetz. Yeah.
Guaranteed winner.
Guaranteed winning team. Steamboat. So I'm going to forget about the Steamboat thing. Just put choo-choo. Or I guess that's trains. The Steamboats probably go choo-choo too.
Guaranteed boat win.
Same thing.
Guaranteed boat win. There we go.
Where's the steam coming from?
It's coming from inside the boat.
They're boiling the water?
I
told you I was stupid. I was like, end the stream. Get me out of here. Ben Gretsch didn't talk about any of this.
All I'm thinking about is like, well, how did it go in Steamboat Willie?
Oh my God. But you know what I'm saying though, right? Like, what are they? Where is the steam? Am I crazy?
No, you're not crazy. You're probably right. They're boiling the water and steam is powering the boat. I think you nailed it.
I guess where else would it come from? That's why people come to me. It's for the intelligence. Ringer Fantasy Football Show. That's what you come to us for. It's if the people on this show, this series so far have been too smart and you felt intimidated, then come to the Ringer Fantasy Football Show where we'll talk about how Matthew Golden is going to be play because he was taken in the first round, but also where is the water getting boiled in a steamboat? That's what we do.
Danny, before I let you go, I'd like to know, what are your 4 favorite films?
That's a great question. Not like the 4 best films, but the ones that had the biggest impact on me. Off the dome, I think Dark Knight is number 1. Like, I was 13 when that came out, and that just does something to you. Probably Shawshank, Talladega Nights, Pirates of the Caribbean. Those are like the most movies I've probably seen the most, are those 4 movies. I'm not saying they're like the best movies I've ever seen, but I've watched those 4 probably the most.
There you go. That's good. Good
and
list.
Werner Herzog, you're just crushing Werner Herzog. That's what you got. You get the Claude Fitz Steamboat.
It's
banana,
not
whatever
it's not on my top 4, but it is a film that
What's your top 4?
Quite a bit. My top 4, let's see if you can find the theme throughout my top 4. It's The Wolf of Wall Street.
Okay.
The 400 Blows. Moneyball. And The Master.
Submission.
In a way. Films about rascals. I love rascals.
You like a rascal?
I love a rascal. Dave Kuhn here in the chat.
Third Man. The Third Man. I gotta watch The Third Man. My fiance loves that movie. Glorious Bastards is great. But everyone loves the Moneyball movie. What? Can I give it? This is a horrible place to do this. This is like a lovely stream, and this is all anyone's going to remember it by. A couple movies, I'm like, calm down. A couple movies, I'm kind of like, calm down. Is Moneyball like? Is it that good of a movie?
It's yes, absolutely. Great Aaron Sorkin script. The performances are outstanding. I mean, Jonah Hill bringing the heat. Philip Seymour Hoffman just like in this role that he just crushes without really doing anything because he's Philip Seymour Hoffman. It's, I think, just kind of a beautiful film.
That's fair. No, and I'm probably wrong. I'm wondering where steam comes from in the steamboat. the other movie, I've never said this out loud, that I'm kind of like, I think people need to calm down, is also a Sorkin movie. It's The Social Network. All these lists, it's like the number one movie this 21st century. I'm like, is it? Is it really? That's all. I as if I couldn't be less popular there. Now I'll guarantee that you'll never invite me back. I'm just saying.
At Danny Heifetz.
It's like, get out.
No,
I'm done.
Saying for people who want to at you, they can at you, but you won't even respond.
Blue Sky, baby.
Not on Twitter anymore. So
not on Twitter. I quit Twitter. Let's not get into that.
They'll be yelling into the void at you.
Yeah, Blue Sky and Instagram, baby. Danny Heifetz. Thank you for having me on. I appreciate it. And what you're doing is really cool. You're doing a really cool thing here.
Thank you so much, man. We got a draft with Megan Schaup here in 5 minutes. Danny Heifetz, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you to everyone who came and hung out. Danny, please let us know what you got going on, where we can find you.
Ringer Fantasy Football Show. If you want to do rankings, we have fantasyfootball.theringer.com. We got our rankings. But yeah, check out the Ringer Fantasy Football Show. It's on YouTube. We got our channel. Please go subscribe. If you thought any of this was dumb or funny or whatever, check out the Ringer Fantasy Football Show. I guarantee we're not like I guarantee you've never heard anything like it. I'll put it that way. Like, I don't know if it's good or not, but it's different. So Ringer Fantasy Football Show. Thank you for having me, man. And your Discord is awesome.
Thank you so much. Love the Ringer Fantasy Football Show. You guys are so fucking funny. That's something that like people aspire to have, like a friend group that funny that they can podcast with, and it's something that like the mega corporations just can't replicate with all the AI bots in the world. So keep up the great work, and all right, y'all take it easy. Peace.